Hello everyone, Kaiza here, back with more Path to Nowhere. Today we are going to talk about Jasmine, a dancer from Outland whose might be not as innocent as her face suggests. So Chief, prepare yourself as we get to know the new addition to the Life Lost team. Jasmine is an S-rank Fury tendency sinner who deals physical damage. Her characteristic is damage plus 5% and another plus 5% to enemies with broken cores. Her mania intensify is for each life loss on an enemy, Jasmine gains damage plus 6% against them. Currently there are 5 members of life loss team including Jasmine, meaning you can inflict 5 life loss at an enemy, making the full potential of this mania intensify is damage plus 30%. For a beginner who doesn't know what life loss is, life loss basically damage over time that deal physical damage. It's usually shown in this blood icon. As you can see, the enemy's HP is continuously depleting despite of Jasmine not attacking. Do you understand now? Great. So, by far, both her characteristic and mania intensify hinting that her role is a damage dealer. Does that mean she will dethrone Drea as the life loss team main damage dealer? Or is there any other role that Jasmine can fulfill? Let's take a look. Her normal attack is called Whirl. It's a 3-sequence single target attack within skill range, with each deal different damage. The first and second attack deals damage equal to 75 to 150% of Jasmine attacks each, while the third attack deals 98 to 196% of Jasmine attack. Other than has 3 sequence, nothing really noteworthy from the normal attack, so let's move on. Her ultimate is called Climactic Strike. It costs 24 energy, which is not too expensive. The ultimate is a 2-sequence AoE attack within skill range. The first AoE deals damage equal to 360 to 720% of Jasmine attack, dealing 1 core damage and applies life loss to the enemy hit. After a brief delay, the second AoE attack will hit on the same targeted grid and deals the same damage coefficient, 1 core damage, and also applies life loss. To clarify, the life loss that applied on the second AoE attack will refresh the first one, not adding additional stack. Jasmine life loss deal damage equal to 88 to 175% of her attack per second for 8 seconds. It's actually the strongest life loss coefficient in the life loss team currently. However, it is balanced by the difficulty of keeping the uptime because you only can inflict it after using ultimate. This ultimate also can be charged twice. Due to this ultimate, Jasmine is a good addition to the life loss team who likes core breaker. Before Jasmine, life loss team only has Sumire, and yeah, I know, Drea can deal core damage too, but you would rather use her to deal damage with her ultimate during the break state. So you often rely on staple core breaker like Zero, Share, or Labyrinth to make up for it. But with Jasmine, not only her ultimate cost is low, able to be charged twice, deal 2 core damage and versatile skill range, making her an ideal core breaker, she also inflict the 5th life loss and buff allies life loss damage. So how does it contribute to life loss damage overall? Let's take a look. Jasmine passive 1 is called Duet. At the start of battle, Jasmine will apply Dance Partner Mark to herself and 1 nearby allied sinner. When Jasmine casts her ultimate, Dance Partner will grant Jasmine and the Sinner a life loss damage plus 25 to 50% for 15 seconds. Naturally, your number 1 option will be Drea, so make sure you isolate Jasmine and Drea at the start of battle. Sinner that has Dance Partner will have this pink mark above their head, and when the Dance Partner is active, there will be another pink indicator around their body. If you Shackle 1 Jasmine, you can apply Dance Partner to 1 more allied Sinner. In this case, Levi probably a good candidate due to his recent reforged abilities. The Sinner with Dance Partner also will has a 30% chance of gaining 1 energy every time they deal life loss damage every 2 seconds. Her passive 2 is called Sanguine Finale. It's pretty straightforward. It's a physical damage plus 10 to 20% for Jasmine. However, the second evac is actually the star of this passive in my opinion. It increases the total duration of all life loss inflicted by all allied units by 2.5 to 5 seconds. So why this thing is good? Well, first of all, the longer the life loss equal to more damage. At skill level 10, Jasmine deals 175% life loss damage per second for 8 seconds. That's a total of 1400% damage. Adding an extra 5 seconds making the total damage of her life loss is 2275%. It's a basic math. Apply this to other life loss member. Not only it will also boost their damage in the same way, it also helps them to maintain their life loss uptime. But it's not over. The reason why this passive is good has something to do with Drea's ultimate. Corrupted Drea to be more specific. You see, when Drea casts her ultimate during corruption state, Drea will deal additional damage equal to 40% of the total damage dealt within the duration of all life loss states. So what does it mean? Let me show you. Here are all the list of life loss damage coefficient inflicted by each life loss member and its duration. In this case, I use the attack or magic resistance for Levi case of my level 80 Sinner with no Crimebrand. So, as I mentioned, Corrupted Drea ultimate will refresh, then deal additional damage equal to 40% of total damage within the duration of all life loss, meaning it will deal 40% of the total damage here. Now, this number doesn't include buff and debuff, so it's going to look small. But the point is to show you how Jasmine passive 2 contribute to Drea's ultimate's damage. In normal situation, it will deal additional 10k damage. Now, let's add 5 seconds that Jasmine passive to grant to the whole team. As you can see, the additional damage of Drea ultimate increased by 5k. If you take account all defense down, damage increase and any other buff and debuff, in reality, it will result on this. Voila, look at that. 5 times of over 40k damage that comes from life loss of the 5 members, depleting almost half of the boss HP. Her exclusive Crimebrand is called Scar. When Jasmine is on the field, for each life loss on enemy from different sources, their physical damage taken is plus 2 to 6%. This effect can be stacked 6 times. Since currently there are 5 members of life loss team, the maximum potential of this exclusive is physical damage taken plus 30%. But this exclusive seems to hint there will be a 6th member in the future. Jasmine also has an exclusive ultimate called Heart Snare. When she casts her exclusive ultimate, a 3x3 Heart Snare will be placed on the selected target grid for 10 seconds. All enemies that enter Heart Snare will receive a defense minus 10 to 20% and movement speed minus 20 to 50%. This exclusive ultimate has 10-second cooldown and can be used 3 times per battle. Depending on how much you like life loss team, I recommend to raise this skill between 1 to 3. Okay, let's talk about synergy. Who can synergy with Jasmine? Life loss. Enough said. If you has been paying attention, her Mania Intensify, Passive 1, Passive 2 and exclusive Crimebrand works only in life loss team. Outside of life loss team, she basically only bring her own damage and 2 core damage. Maybe also the defense down and movement speed down from her exclusive ultimate if you want to push it. But all of that is easily replaceable. When it comes to skill priority, first is Passive 2, as I already explained how good it is to increase Jasmine's own damage, keeping the life loss uptime for her and other life loss member, and increase Drea's ultimate damage. Second is Passive 1, increasing the damage for both Jasmine and Drea. Third is her ultimate because it technically only power up Jasmine, instead of Jasmine and Drea like Passive 1 or the whole team like Passive 2. And last is normal attack. For Crimebrand recommendation, my personal favorite will be Inversion Slash and Otherworld Dream Flower for ultimate uptime since core breaking is on demand in life loss team. Using her ultimate often will also help to maintain her life loss uptime, which as I already mentioned is the strongest life loss coefficient at the moment, although I doubt you can keep it 100% of the time. If you want to run Jasmine as support, then you can run Corpse Mark so she can generate a sprite every time she breaks the enemy core and pick the sprite with Drea for an attack plus 10%. Other option is Heartache, which inflict damage taken plus 20% to the enemy. Last is the combination of Soul Wave and Eroded Sand for more defense down and physical damage taken by the enemy. I usually give it to Pepper actually, but in some situation where you need more core break, for example, Pepper can be replaced by other OP character like Zero. That's when I can give this to Jasmine. For beginner, Tuning and Providence give a balance of energy and attack buff. For supporting role, since Jasmine ultimate cost is quite low and most likely she will cast it often, you can equip it with Justice and random S rank Crimebrand that you have for party attack buff, except for Jasmine herself. Jasmine is complete as Shackle 0, but if you are interested, here are the notable Shackle. Shackle 1 let you dance partner 1 additional sinner, more damage basically. The 30% chance to gain 1 energy combined with inversion slash could also help Jasmine to keep her life loss uptime even better. Shackle 3 first evac is pretty straightforward, which is ultimate damage plus 70%. The second evac, I haven't figured out what it is for. It refreshes all life loss, but the issue is the other 4 of life loss member has no issue to keep their life loss. You can even keep it 100% of the fight assuming it's a single target boss. So what I can think of is it's probably useful in the stage where there are 2 bosses, like this one. If you have bosses inflicted by life loss, instead of switching target to keep the life loss on both bosses, you can use Jasmine's Shackle 3 to refresh it on both bosses, while you still can focus on one target only. But Drea Ultimate basically do the same thing, and you don't even need Shackle for it. So yeah, I don't know. That is why I don't really recommend it. Let me know if you find a creative way to utilize Shackle 3. Is it really only a 70% damage increase for ultimate, or there is something more to it? The remaining Shackle is the usual cherry on top, like attack plus 5% and initial energy plus 18. That always nice to have. With that, we are at the end of the video. I hope it will help you understand the sinner or to decide whether to pull or not. If so, let me know in the comment section on how this guide helped you. And I will see you on the next Sinner Complete Guide series. Until then, please take care and bye bye. Hey, do you like the video? Then please consider like, comment and subscribe. I also stream Path to Nowhere and other gacha game like Reverse 1999 and Heaven's Burn Red. So if you want to enjoy gacha game with good story, so why not join me? I will see you there. Bye bye.